And I think we're live. Welcome to round one of SSR's RPL League. It's the start of season 3 of SSR, and we're kicking it off with the RPL tier. And you're with me, Arrow, and Haters.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Glad to be here.
And we're starting with 14. Go to 14. I think there should have been more, but
yeah, lots of people have signed up, but we didn't get anybody to come through. But hey, we got at least 14 cards. It's short quality right now, and it should still be pretty entertaining.
And thank you, Chicken Rosary, or Rosary, for the follow, and hello to Sarp in the chat as well. And we'll try and find out who's on a lap at the start here.
Well, Craig has been disqualified before even getting to set a lap already. Apparently,
Oh my word.
blocking traffic. Don't know how you managed that, but that's already a bad start.
I really feel for Craig already. I just don't know how you get disqualified that early.
Could be some co-masters thing.
I think Savage Hamley should be the first car around here, and I'm on board in the Ferrari. We'll see what lap time he can set. And there's a 1.9 in the Ferrari. He's followed by his teammate Payox, although he's back to the lap, that lap. As JG comes across, up in second. I think everyone now will be just setting laps. Or is this short quality? It is short quality?
It is short quality, yeah.
They have changed it. I was thinking for a second there everyone was just gonna set a lap to get through Q1, but then I remembered they've changed it to short quality.
I'm pretty sure
So,
most people are saying a lap just to at least comfortable with the track right now. So far I see lots of people are going to start on softs, but also a lot of mediums. So there's Axe on the mediums talking about that. In an
Straight
alpha.
into pole. In an alpha as well. That is the interesting thing about the RPL is as well.
Usually how this is
Vision. An Axe is spun on his in lap, I think. And I'm gonna find who else is doing on the lap.
I think it is Formula Maxim up next, about to cross the line.
He's up in the second on pretty worn tyres as well, and Jet Adams up in the second. That's an impressive lap from Maxim, who already done 3 laps on these tyres.
Yeah,
And Division is in pole now.
considering how old his tires are already, Formula Maxim can get a lot more closer than that. Maybe get a P2 or even pole.
I think him and Stenner are definitely going for a couple practice laps before they set their proper laps. And Maxim's pace already on those tyres shows he could put on a pole on this Aston Martin.
Oh, Craig Conley just subbed for 7 months for Tier 1.
Shout out Craig.
There to go.
And judging by his message, he's clearly not happy with Codemasters.
Yeah, waiting for people to pass while I was in the pit lane with no one behind me and still gets disqualified.
Yeah, I don't know why, but this game doesn't really like you whenever you're trying to on pit exit. Like, you cannot stop, otherwise that happens. And I don't know why that is.
Game just
'Cause,
counts it
that
as
has-
a like dangerous driving, even though there's no one there. But it's just part of the programming. Halo about to cross the line, I think, on mediums.
Up in 7th. That definitely happened last year in RPL with Craig and his teammate, where they both slowed down coming out of the pits. Because I think the person in front of Craig spun in the pits at Brazil, and then obviously you can't, there's no space to overtake there. And as they're both stopped, they both got disqualified.
Oh.
So sometimes the game disqualifies you and there's really nothing you can do. Oh, and Budweiser on pole in the mediums. Impressive lap.
I think for next car is Savage Hammy in the Ferrari.
So he's on his out lap, and I think he'll be the next to start lap, as you said.
And I'm setting P6, there's no crew.
Although on my screen it said he was on an out lap, and then I seen his time go up, so I feel like the telemetry's a bit bugged.
Well, considering how many bugs this game came out with, I wouldn't be surprised.
Although now that we're starting season 3, the game seems to have a bit more balance now, so it's good enough for us to start the season.
Yeah, thankfully we had a good amount of social races, test out all the settings, test out host selections, and so far it's been looking pretty promising. I think season 3 should start strong. We shouldn't have any issues regarding lobby restarts or lag or anything as such like that.
And not only is this the start of season 3 on this Wednesday for the RPL tier, but our proper tier racing starts this Friday, and it'll go throughout the weekend. And Friday we have tier 1, and then Saturday we have tier 2, and then Sunday we have tier 3. So and each race is at 10 PM BST, so make sure you're there.
All the tier races are going to be sweaty this year. Definitely a lot more competitive.
Oh, and Division sets quite an amazing lap in relation to the rest of the grid so far.
Yeah, that should definitely
JG.
keep Division safe, at least for provisional pole, or at the very maximum P2. So
Yeah, I think there's probably only 3 drivers there that could challenge that time at the stands.
Axe could probably get close to that if he decides to go on softs. At least for now,
Axe
he's still
could.
staying in the pit.
And Maxim's coming across the line for his lap, and he had a very good time on the mediums, so we'll see what he can do. Jumps up in second. And then we've got to remember, of course, Budweiser set an amazing lap time on the mediums. So we'll see if he'll do a soft run, or will he just stay with that medium run that he had.
I think Canada is one of those tracks where strategy plays such a big part, depending on how the race goes. If there's any early safety cars, medium stops. I think most of the time it's a 2-stop here. At least it was last
Well,
year.
you're telling me, because the majority of the times when I've raced in Canada, I've had like at least a 4-stop because of the amount of times I played with the wall champions.
Oh yeah. Barring in mind with
So,
world champions, probably 4 stops. Jet Adam just came across just now, getting himself into P2. Just 4 tenths behind Division on the softs.
And then Payox across the line next in the mediums. I think he wants to start in the mediums, possibly. Who's up in the 5th, just shy of Budweiser's time on the mediums.
That was a very solid time out of Kings. Yeah, that he'll definitely be happy with that. Only
I
person
think this,
that hasn't set a lap
Zampa
yet
and
is
Williams.
Stenner, though. That's an interesting part.
and then Zampa and the Williams up in the 6th. That's a perfect lap. Stenner and RPL, I think. In RPL, when I've seen him race, he likes to leave it late. I don't really know why that is, but
We can only describe it as a Stenner masterclass.
I mean, if he puts it on for one of the Williams, then what can you say? Which I've not seen anyone do, like a pole with Williams, but I have seen. I think it might have been Wraith last season. He might have won with the Williams, or he might have came second or something. There's some heroic drive in the Williams.
It's definitely possible sometimes. I remember I did at least one RPL race last season in Vietnam, and it did finish somewhere in the podium with Williams.
Yeah, I do think that was my first race commentating, and I think I do remember you doing a masterclass in the Williams.
Yeah, I'm just glad that track is no longer on the calendar no more.
Yeah, I do think that was definitely one of my least favourite.
Wasn't a good one at all. Yeah, Quiz up next. I think most people are in the pits or they're out lap now.
I think Billy and Penguin's the next to start a lap, so we'll go on board with him to see can he improve from 9th.
You know, he's already 3.5 tenths up on his first sector. It looks like he's going way faster now.
And he's bad, unfortunately. Ran a little wide there on entry.
Yeah, just cross over that white line by mere millimeters. That's all it takes for this game to invalidate that.
And as we're on board with JG, you can see the Season 3 lineups. Yeah, Tier 1 was just shown there, and now I think Tier 2 should be on your screen. Although we have a slight delay. So it might be on Tier 3 by now. Can't really tell.
Yeah, I was just looking at it now. It's just Tier 3 and now it's back to our viewpoint now. I gotta say, I'm liking the new graphics we have this season though.
Yeah, they look very good, very professional.
JG.
Oh, and JG should.
That looks
Retired?
like a
Look, he retired.
crash to me. Yeah.
Who can we go on board with to see that? Chaos. Will I get there in time? Oh, the car just despawned, but it looked like coming out of. Oh, there's another one.
Another crash. Well, that's at the Wall of Champions. That's definitely a prime crash spot right there.
And then if we go on board with Division, I think we should be able to see that, although it's already despawned that car already.
Unlucky.
So we've missed both of them.
Now,
We'll see what Division can do.
ooh,
Improved by 2 tenths.
191. Jet Adam is also on his lap. He's coming down the last chicane. We'll see if he can get a little bit faster than Division.
And Stenner finally set a lap and he's up on the 5th. Jet Adam didn't improve. Payox is on his out lap, I think. well as Maxima's outlap. And Axe is retired, although that's in the pits.
Yeah, it looks like Axe is definitely going to commit to starting on mediums. Interesting enough, too, Stenner put that lap on the mediums and a Williams, so both of them are going to be two people to look out for.
And Maxim's retired. Oh, where is that? Now I need to find the right car.
That looks like at the end of sector 1.
How has he lost it there? That's very confusing. I just don't know.
Maxim will find a way how.
I mean, you're breaking a lot earlier than that wall, and you still ended up on that wall. I don't know how you do that. That's impressive from Maxim.
Is Maxim on the wheel?
I think he is.
Imagine his brakes failed. Or his pedals failed.
A very big possibility, and quali is ended, but there's still people setting laps in the Zampa, and the Williams has set a lap that jumps him up into third.
That's a very good lap for Zampa. Always nice to see that. Who'll be the next person to go?
Fillion, although I think he's backed out in his lap.
Yeah, looks like it. Right.
So it'll be Jet Adam across the line next. We'll see if he can bump Division for pole, although Division's 5/10 up, so it'll be impressive jump.
Oh, invalidated.
It's invalid.
That's
such a tough chicane.
It's so hard to get right this year. If you commit too much, it will throw you into the wall, and if you don't commit enough, you'll just end up going slowly out of there.
I think Savage Hammy has lost it as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So in
And,
just qualifying alone, I think half our drivers, crashed somewhere.
they found the limit and definitely went over it. But in the chat, Craig's asked how many safety car votes, and Sarp's gone with 3. And what would your guess be for how many safety cars?
I think honestly, I think a maximum of 2. I don't think there's enough people for 3 whole safety cars to come out.
I feel like if we had a grid of 20, it would be like 4, but saying as there's only like 14 people, I think I'm agree with 2. But I don't know what prize you win if you get the right answer. I don't give it the prizes here.
I believe that would be some fried chicken and fries. How about that?
Yeah, right. Bit of fried chicken. I think the calendar should be on your screen right now, although I can't really tell because
Yep.
so 2 streams up and there are different points.
Yeah. So
But,
season 3 calendar is up right now. We're going through the tier 1 calendar. Season opener is Britain for all tiers, but apart from there, every track is in a different order.
Mhm.
For
But,
most of them, I think we have Imola, Portugal, and Saudi Arabia as our last races because I think those are tracks that have yet to be added so far.
Yeah, and they're definitely tracks I'm excited to race.
Oh, Imola is going to be a good one.
I think Portimao is going to be my specialty, and then Saudi Arabia. Who knows? It's just basically I don't even know what kind of track you could relate to. It's a very unique track.
Yeah, there's a lot of undulations and height changes. The setup is definitely going to be a weird one there, I think. Or maybe not. But most definitely is going to be a high downforce track.
It's a bit confusing because there's a lot of like long corners. Like a lot of corners where you could be taken flat.
Division is already pushing on the formation lap. I think he wants to get started really fast right now.
Or he could also be doing the tactic of avoiding anyone rear-ending him so he can make sure that his tires at the right temperature he wants.
That is a tactic, but I believe we do not have an Emu on track today, because I know that is his biggest fear. Or I should
rear-ended by an Emu.
Getting rear-ended by a certain Emu. Max and Budweiser touched.
Maxim and Budweiser have proved exactly what we were just talking about. That you don't want to happen. So their tires might be struggling at the start of this race.
Just a bit. At least it was right when everybody's coming in right now, as everybody is lining up and 5 lights were about to go.
Get on your race predictions of who you think is going to win.
I believe, honestly, I think Stenner might have a good chance. We'll see.
I think I'm going to go for Division, and it's 5 lights out and away we go. And Division's got a great start, and so is Zampa. And Zampa up the inside of Jed Adam in the Williams, up in the second. And so far it seems everyone's got away cleanly.
Yeah, everybody's giving enough space, everybody's respecting each other.
I think that's Maximum Wide. Oh, Maximum Wide and almost took Stenner out, rejoin him.
Stenner is on the attack. Well, Maximum is going to try to pass with the outside. Kind of cut him off.
A bit of contact. And we'll see, can he get done around the outside on the mediums here in the Williams? Oh, Maxim really cuts off that move. But Stenner will have slipstream all along this straight. You can see Maxim's already flashing. Ooh. Bit of contact, it was tough to make that move there.
Yeah, Maxim's already pushing with his batteries, already trying to run away from Stenner. Oh yeah, that's probably the smart choice. Stenner trying to still pass him.
Always around the outside.
Yeah, these two are they're really fighting with everything they have.
This is a great battle so far.
Meanwhile, these two fighting are holding up the train behind them of Budweiser, Axe, Billion, and Zig Starburst. Wait, interesting to see how this fight will turn out.
And Stenner's lost it. Stenner spun. Oh, that is heartbreaking.
Stenner masterclass all over again.
Axe is slightly rear-ended Budweiser going into the hairpin, which could give Billion Penguin a run on him. Although Billion is just deciding not to push it and be patient.
Ooh,
although Axe is definitely taking wing damage from that incident.
Yeah, no, that's gonna send them way back from the pack. That's gonna be a struggle to get back up to the lead pack.
Although if anyone here has the pace to march back, it would be Axe.
Definitely, yeah, 100%.
And there's a couple people filtering in the pits, I think. Oh no, well, Savage Hammy and Halo have fallen far behind. I wonder what happened to them. I must have missed that incident.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either. Must have been something earlier. Meanwhile, Division is leading away from Zampa, and Jet Adam is closing in on Zampa really quickly now.
Yep, we will see the position changes, and Zig Starburst has made the biggest jump up 5 places, up into 8th, and Craig as well, up into 9th, also made 5 places. Oh, and Jet Adams looking at the move on Zampa here.
Oh, Chaos King's right behind Jet Adam. This might be a 3-way fight. Ooh, he sends it deep, pushes Zampa just a bit wide.
Chaos around the outside Jet Adam. And Zampa loses 2 places.
In one corner.
In one corner. I was about to say in 2 corners, but...
well, more or less.
more or less. But so far, Division's having the best time leading. Just gotta keep it composed.
Yeah, Division's gonna be happy that these guys are gonna be fighting. They're just gonna hold each other up while Division just has all the fear. Just get away as low as possible.
Payox has really shown his pace in those mediums, and he's really on the back of Jet Adam. And Zampa's also going to look for the move, so we might see a repeat of the last lap.
As Chaos King's through D2.
Seemed comfortable enough move.
Oh!
Jet Adam!
A huge one from Jet Adam. He just collides with Chaos Kings and both of them receive damage.
I think completely missed his breaking point. And I think he collided with the back of Payox, so I think Payox looks alright, but if we go on the back of Zampa, we can see, does Payox have any rear wing damage, which is new to the game? It'll be interesting to see. It does seem that
there's no visible damage, but I believe he could possibly have maybe side pod damage or floor damage. That is also new for this year's game. But that was a big lunge for Jet Adam, I gotta say.
I think he just completely missed his breaking point there. But thankfully, Payox didn't get a penalty for cutting the corner there, because sometimes that can happen whenever someone makes contact with you and then they force you off track, and then you just rejoin, and then all of a sudden you have a penalty when it's not your fault. And thank God that hasn't happened here.
Yeah, those can get very annoying, especially when it's, there's nothing you can do about it.
But Payox isn't pitting, so he doesn't have any at least damage that he could repair. Any damage he does have, that he's going to be stuck with that to the end of the race. And Billion is sizing up a move on Craig, who's currently our biggest gainer, 8 places up into 6th. Oh, and there's a yellow between Halo and JG. 2 Alpines seem to have contact.
2 Alpines be fighting together for pretty much the last places. Interesting to see. And Craig is already running away from Billion. Craig seems to have a good pace around here. He is in the Red Bull, but he is catching up to everybody else. Craig is looking pretty fast today.
Craig is definitely in the best car here with RPL. As it works, it's a realistic performance, so he's got the help of the performance of the Red Bull to help him up the grid.
There's another
yellow.
Is Axe?
Axe, I think.
Axe seems to have spun. Oh.
He spun the wall. And he definitely has damage.
He did say have to come in for that though.
He did say before the race that his wheel was glitching, so he might have been having some trouble with that. As Division is pitted onto the mediums, so possibly a 2-stop strategy like you predicted for Division.
Yeah, it may seem so. I'm not entirely familiar with how mediums will last on this track specifically, but there's anything like last year, that should be either medium to soft or medium medium. Axe retires in the pits. He will call it a day.
Our first retirement of the race. And Division's already in the back of Stenner, who had that unfortunate spin. And Division looks like he's got big starburst.
Ziggstar
Collided with the wall.
Almost collected Stenner Division there. And Division getting through from Stenner.
Division looks like he's got amazing pace in these new mediums.
Yeah, under very powerful here. Be interesting to see if anybody else decides to pit now. Billion Pugan is going to be one to pit right now.
Oh, and Division almost collided with the wall of champions, which is giving Stenner a good run back, although Division has the help of DRS to keep it, but Stenner still gets the move done. Division trying to keep it high around the outside. And seems Stenner's got that move done in the Williams.
Yep. Division is trying his hardest to get by Stenner as quickly as possible. He is trying to force his way through. He's forcing his way through, and he gets the DRS.
Yeah. This is a major battle. If I'm Stenner, I'm just like letting Division with his new tires help me along with help of Slipstream and the DRS, but I know Stenner is too much of a racer for that. He won't let that slide. He loves to take every position that's on the cards. As we see, a couple drivers penning the pits, Zampa and Maxim.
Yeah, looks like these guys will also be going on the mediums as well. But so far, the only people who haven't pitted are pretty much the medium runners, and as far as softs goes, Craig still have yet to pit.
If we look at the laps everyone has done, Craig has done 8 laps on these softs, and Payox, Budweiser and Stenner done 8 laps on the mediums, and they will be extending them a couple more laps. But with those pit stops, it doesn't seem like there's anyone too close at the moment. Big Starburst who collided with the wall there, pit, and has got new softs on. And seems Division's already built a gap to Stenner, so Division's having a mighty race as Craig comes in for his first pit stop. So far Division's having kind of racy hopes there isn't any safety cars.
Yeah, at this point, you probably wouldn't want a safety car now. I think he's well clear of what would be provisional P2. I think from a Maxim would be, I think, overall P2, and there he is a good 6 seconds behind Division.
And Division also without any penalties, as well as Payox and JG. You only yet to receive any penalties.
Ooh, Ziggstar has DNF, and that is a safety car as soon as we were talking about one.
We definitely cursed it. Oh, and how has he spun it? Oh, that's a bad place to lose it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Budweiser's pitting now. Surprised Kings didn't come in for that. Surprised he decided to stay. I wonder if he just got called out by the safety car and just passed the pit entry before they got called out.
So, I think Ziggstar lost it after the first chicane hit the wall, and then was spun, and he was completely laid across the track. But this has really benefited Maxim, who's only on 2 lap old mediums, and will be in second, and Budweiser, New Mediums in third. Although Division, who was in a pretty good position, is now pit for the hard, so he might look to go to the end. Although I don't know if hards can go that long.
I think the hards will definitely go to that. I think there is about 24 laps left. I think that's definitely capable for the hards to do that. I think now his best chance of regaining the lead is to just keep himself out of trouble, keep himself out of any unnecessary fighting. I mean, he might still have a good chance here. Although Kings have been, he is not having a good one because I'm pretty sure he'll come in. I don't think he'll stay out in those old 10 lap mediums. Yep, there he goes.
Yeah, comes in. I feel like the safety car was just called out at the wrong time for Kings.
Yeah,
and, he'll fall in order. So currently, I think Maxim's in a very good position.
Ooh, Kings decides to go on softs.
It'll be interesting to see what Division can do in the hards. And he also is standing on New Mediums behind him, who I'm sure will apply the pressure on the restart.
I'm sure we'll see a round 2 of that fight we saw earlier with Division and Stinner. We'll see how that would go.
I think we're pretty much guaranteed for that, for a round 2.
Well, so far, one safety car out of the 2 we can sort of guess. So if we get another one, call us future. We can see the future.
And if we look at the penalties, Maxim's on 3, Budweiser's on 9, Sample's on 6, and the rest who have received penalties are on 3, apart from Billy and Penguin, who's on 6. But as it stands, Division, who's on the hards, yet to receive a penalty, as well as Kings. And if Division goes to the end and doesn't receive any penalties, he could definitely win this race. Yep, the final chicane here is literally pretty much a warning every lap. I remember the one time I had a successful race here is because I went as slow as possible around that last chicane to avoid any warnings. And that's how I was good around this track, was just losing a lot of time intentionally to avoid penalties. But Zampa in third in the Williams is still very impressive. Started third on the grid, and is impressive how he's still up here in the Williams. Yeah, in the Red Bull. The safety car will be in this lap. And we'll go on board with Maxim to see how we'll restart this race. I wonder what the strategy he'll go for is just drive out of the chicane. It seems like that's what he's done, and he's dropped Budweiser immediately. He's caught Budweiser. He's napping. These Payox and Billion are fighting. Oh, they're side by side. Payox had to back out there, and good he did, because that's not a place you want to be going side by side into. but he's on the soft, so he should get the move done comfortably. And as we said earlier, there's a round 2 of this battle of Stenner and Division. As Stenner's right up behind Division. Payox still applying the pressure to Billion Penguin. With Billion keeping the position. I think Payox is getting enough speed though in the wrong places, as in he gets close to Billion. What? I think he's got him. Billion went wide there, and it allowed Payox through. Payox was building a lot of speed in the wrong places to make a move. He was getting right up beside him, but it was every time he was doing that, it was in a very risky place to make a move. So he just stayed calm and composed and waited for the right opportunity. Oh, and Max is in the wall! Well, there's still always a chance of a third, but we'll hope there isn't a third. But that would definitely spice up the race, and I would definitely not want to be in this race if it started raining, because I don't know how to race on this game in the rain yet. It's hard to tell, and right before that safety car came out, Craig was looking for the move on Zampa and then had to get out of the throttle to avoid going in the back of Zampa. And as he took the chicane, we've seen Max in ahead of him spin into the wall and cause our second safety car of the day. Kings will be slightly peeved off he didn't get to properly use them softs. Although he'll be happy he's now in front of Billion for the restart. Well, now that we see tire strategies, I think if there is rain at the end, then I think there's a lot of people who are on the right tires for when there is a switchover, but I have a feeling there isn't going to be rain, or at least enough rain at the end here. Very early call in. The stewards got that incident with Maxim cleared up very quickly. I think they need a raise for doing it that quickly. And we'll go on board with Zampa, see how he's going to deal with Budweiser's restart. And Budweiser takes off as Zampa almost loses it. And Budweiser King's spun and Stenner's in the pits, so and Stenner's repairing some damage, so interesting what happened there. I didn't catch what happened there. I didn't think he had damage, but he's in fixing a wing. I think he might have collided with someone under the restart maybe, and then immediately dove in the pits. Jed Adams even pressing on Craig on worn mediums, but still applying the pressure to Craig. And Budweiser had an amazing restart there, has really escaped Zampa's grasp. Now Zampa he's definitely struggled with that chicane, and he's allowed Craig right up behind him. And not only is Craig battling with Zampa, then Jed Adams right behind him, followed by Division. So we'll see what Division can do, who may be in the best place currently for the race win. As Billy gets past Halo. And it's hard to tell what happened with Payox and Stenner there. Maybe they tied with each other, but I didn't even think they were beside each other on the restart. So it's he's definitely been very careful to make sure he doesn't lose what he has. And Division's right up behind Jet. As you can see, Jet's really pushing it with the back end sliding. I was a bit surprised whenever he didn't pit under safety car, because he'd already did like 12 laps in the mediums. Or maybe he's even trying to extend them so that he can go for softs as Craig gets the move done comfortably on Zampa. And Jet around the outside of Zampa gets it done. Zampa clips his back tire, and Zampa's really struggling now in this Williams. And now, yeah, Division right up behind him as well. It seems like Division's got a very good run, and he might be able to make a move on this DRS straight. Sends the back out, but he sends Zampa wide and off track, and he might be able to make a move into the hairpin. Oh, Zampa's a big lockup, trying to defend that position. Oh, and Jed Adam and Division in the pits. They Did he have contact, or I think he's just going on the mediums. It's very surprising. Even if you didn't want to stay in the hards, I would have stretched them like maybe an extra 5. Yeah, they could have been to the end, but even if you didn't like them, you could have stretched them an extra 5 laps and then go on the softs. Maybe he's predicting there is going to be a third safety car and he's going to time this beautifully. But so far, if we have another look at our penalties, Budweiser's on 9, Craig's on 6, Sample's on 9, Billion's on 6, Hammy's on 6, and Peox, JG and Jet have 3. And then Division currently has no penalties. Yellow is 12 and Steiner is 6. So it's hard to tell who's in the best position here because the top 3 will all definitely have to pit, and then the next 4 are on the hards apart from Peox, who's on the mediums, although I know he's very good at managing tyres, so he might be able to go to the end on the mediums. Standers retired, and there's a third safety car. So Sarp guessed right, and he was also saying, I think I done goof calling 3, and now he sees that there is 3. Yeah, Sarp, I think you win fried chicken and fries or something. I mean, no one's gifting you that. You can buy it for yourself, but like we can say you want it. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's a big fan. But I think this will be perfect for Budweiser because it gives him perfect time to pit, and he's way ahead of everyone, so he should get out in the lead. Although Hammy and Billion are on the hards and they might go to the end, as Hammy definitely is, and so is Billion, and Peox has also decided to go to the end. I think Peox, with the help of the safety car, knows he can definitely manage these tyres comfortably. As Budweiser's on the softs, will come out in 4th. So he's got a helmet on my screen, although my POV, I don't have a good view of the helmet. I just have like a sliver of the helmet, so I can barely tell. But I still think Budweiser's in a good position despite 3 cars being in front of him. I think on the softs he'll be able to clear them. I think the only person he has to worry about is Peox. who I know is pace on the mediums and can manage them. Although they are 8 laps old, so hopefully Budweiser, for his sake, he can get them moved on early. But you can also be wary of Craig, who's going on the mediums to the end, and Zampa will be as well. And Halo will be following Budweiser with a soft strategy to the end. I think from here on out, I'll leave the penalties a mystery to the stream, so that at the end we'll just see random jumps and it'll be more of a surprise. And I think this race though has gotten away from Division, who was very comfortable at the start, and then once the first safety car came out, it turned his fate. And Savage Hammy, at least I think, is new to SSR, so we'll see how he does his restarts on board with Blind Penguin. As I think he's gone, and Billion and Payox are right behind. As Division shoots it up the inside of Craig, now becomes the outside. Division on the outside. This is going to be risky, but I think he's got it. And up. What? That is, what a send. What a send. Craig's been hounded onto this restart. What a move from Jet. And Division gets past Jet Adam. Oh, and Jet Adam, massive send. And yeah, I think that was definite. A repeat of his incident with Payox earlier, where he missed his braking point and went into the back of Budweiser in front. Although Division's now in the back of Budweiser, so even though it seemed like the race was gone for Division, he's still pressing. So but it does say he has a penalty, but if I remember correctly, he only has 3 seconds, which means he should jump everyone ahead. So he turns out he still is in the best position, as Craig's now following. Oh! It seemed Payox kind of messed up the chicane, and then Budweiser was crawling, and Division almost shot into the back of Budweiser. as, as well as Bud, and I think Bud's now become frustrated on these softs being stuck behind these medium and hard runners. As Payox goes for the move on Billion. And now Billion swarmed by Budweiser division. Even 3 wide! Oh, divisions! Spun into the World Champions! Budweiser spun! Hammy's gone! Hammy's lost it! Hammy was the lead and he's lost it! Safety car! What? Oh my word! Sarp was not right. I was gonna guess 4 at the start, but then I said there's not enough people for 4. I said there's not enough people for 4, and if there's still 4 safety cars. I think there's 4 people basically DNF there at this final chicane. So, in the battle for P2, going into the final chicane, it was 3 wide, and Payox backed out of it as Division sent it, clipped Budweiser's rear tyre, and both of them spun into the wall, and then Hammy, who was ahead of all 3, just lost it at the chicane, ahead of him, into the wall. So there was 3 cars basically out, although Budweiser's still going. I don't think he has damage, but now I genuinely have no idea who's going to win, because onto the restart. I think Jed Adams is going to start pushing it in order to catch up the safety car, because it will be in soon. Usually towards the end of the race, Codemasters like to send the safety car in as soon as possible. That was an insane incident. Just Payox looked like a wizard backing out of that, and then watched Division and Budweiser collide, and then amid the chaos, as Payox was coming through, I just seen Hammy, our leader, also spun into the wall, which he wasn't under the same pressure that them two were under, and lost it. Very unbelievable. This is making me nervous for when I'm racing on Saturday. I think I'm gonna race like I'm constantly being blue flagged, just let everyone through, do your thing. I don't want any contact. But Jed Adam has caught up to the pack and he's very far behind, so this has been great for Jed Adam. He can potentially jump. In RPL you see team orders being much less of a factor. Yeah, because obviously you don't you don't stay in the same car the entire year. So if Payox wins, I think he's then in the worst car available, apart from like out of the people who finished. So Axe, who was the first to DNF, might be in the Williams, although as there's only 14 here, he'll be in like the AlphaTauri, and then the next people to show up will be in the Williams. Definitely. And Halo's looking to make a move. Right on the line. Past Billion. Oh, what a move. And Zampa. He locked up though and went wide. Hopefully Jet doesn't make any ridiculous lunges like he has already. That'll result in damage. I was confused because I just looked up and apparently he'd like, I thought he'd overtaken one car and then he'd overtaken two, and what gets through, Billion? Yeah, these old hards can be very tough to manage. Oh! Zampa and Halo side by side. Zampa gets it done around the outside. What a move. And Budweiser's now in the back of Halo as Halo pulls out. Oh. He just put it in the wall. He's completely gone. And then there's DRS available in the very last lap here. See if that can help anyone through. Although, even at the end of this race, Owen Bud's got a penalty. Even at the end of this race, we'll have no idea who's actually going to finish where because we don't know who has what penalties. And Jet gets past Budweiser. Trying to. And we'll see if Craig will send it on Payox. Has helped with DRS, and I think he will go for a move as we see the light of Payox flashing. Oh, and Craig backs out of it. That would give an indication that maybe Craig has him on penalties. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he was 3 seconds down as Jet in third, Zampa in fourth, Bud in sixth, Billion jumps up into fourth. I think he just didn't want any damage or contact. He just knew he had the advantage of less penalties than everyone else, so he decided to let everyone through and realized he would jump on penalties. A terrific race, although multiple times throughout the race I've seen Craig maybe in position to send it on the final chicane, but thought bad of it and has guaranteed himself a P2. And Payox is our first winner of the season in round 1. But that was such a mental race. I thought it was an eventful enough race, and then lap 30, that chaos. And we're going to go quickly through the race incidents, which there are many. And hopefully that should help the stewards. And we'll see if we can invite our podium into the party. And we'll try and do some interviews and ask how that went for everyone. Alright. And we'll see if Chad Adam will join. And Billy in the chat says he decided to drop back to stay out of trouble, and it worked rather effectively. And Jet, as you come in, just tick the box in the party. Yeah. Have you ticked the box?
Yep.
Well, that was a great start to round 1 of the RPL, and I'd like to start with third, Jet Adam. How'd that race go for you?
It was fun. I broke 2 wings. Still came third. Love the safety cars. Hate the game.
Yeah, well, we seen you did 3 risky stay-ins that race. 2 of them ended in wing damage, and then one of them ended in a ridiculous move you made on 2 people. That was very impressive.
That was an accident. I was laughing with them on the chat. Honestly. I don't even know what happened. I was like, alright, cool, that's sick.
Well, it was a great move on stream and cut it.
Yeah, man. Good content, yeah?
100% skill. It was beautiful.
Glad to enjoy it. Fun race.
And we'll move on to second. Craig, how'd that race go for you?
Been pretty good, man. But dude, this game is so fucked. Sorry for language. Just saying. Anyway.
We did see what happened in quali. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, what happened was I was just waiting for people to pass, you know, in that turn, and I just stopped and just waiting for people to pass, and then I got disqualified. So kind of lame.
Yeah. And how'd the race go as well?
Well, pretty good. Just, jeez, I mean, God, Judd Adams with that pass. I think I was in 5th or 4th or something like that, and all of a sudden I was down to 6th or 7th, and I'm like, what just happened?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
We were confused. We seen him. I seen him overtake someone, like, oh, he passed someone, and then he passed another person. I was like, how has he got 2 people?
It's on my stream. You gotta check it out. I mean, I was just like, wow. What?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's good.
We'll definitely have to see that clip. And finally, we'll move on to our race winner. Payox, how'd that win go for you?
Oh, it was a weird race, like. I don't know, it was early on in the race though. It was Jet up, but was one of the two whacked the back him into the chicane. But if I didn't get that penalty, I wouldn't have got a penalty or race. But I just found it mad when I saw Division and Budweiser just both try and brake later than me, and then they just collided into the chicane, causing a lot of safety car.
Yep.
And then I just see everyone of 3 people in front of me spin. I was like, I've just been gifted the winner.
That was definitely the most eventful part of the races when Hammy in the lead spun just by himself, and then Budweiser in Division made contact, and you just decided to back out of it, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, I was never going to go
leading
too
the
hard
win.
that corner. Nah, I would have been clear, but into the hairpin area, Division's brake late, he's hit me there, but I can't get round the corner, so I'll lose about 3 tenths on the corner. That'd have been another flap to go through the chicane on my own. So.
That was definitely an amazing end of the race. Like that's a corner I don't even think you should probably go one wide. Like I struggled going one wide through that corner. So the
Safety
fact
cars and help.
there was a 3 wide situation there. It was quite an amazing end. But thank you all for your interviews, and I think we'll wrap it up here. And that was round 1 of the RPL tier, and Payox Kings is your winner for round 1. And we'll see you next week, 10 PM BST, next Wednesday for round 2.
Peace out.
Thanks for